Hi. There is a concept in this work called a corrective experience, and once you understand what that is and how it works, it can change how you think about change. Some people approach their attachment patterns as something that happens to them. They identify it, they understand it, they watch it get activated, and then they wait. They wait for the right relationship to come along. They wait for enough therapy. They wait for something external to shift things internally. A corrective experience is different. It's a moment where your nervous system expected the old thing to happen and something different happened instead. You may have braced for someone to leave and they stayed. You said the vulnerable thing and it was received with care. You set a limit and the relationship survived it. You stayed present in a hard conversation and nothing catastrophic happened. Each one of those moments is new data. Your nervous system takes note. Over time, those moments accumulate into a different set of expectations about what relationships can feel like, and different expectations produce different responses. That is how a pattern rewires. Not necessarily through insight or more knowledge, but through repeated felt experience, and that gives the nervous system new information at the level where the old information had been stored. So here's the cool thing: you do not have to wait for those experiences to happen to you. You can create them deliberately in small, manageable doses, starting today. Let me make that specific for each attachment style or attachment pattern, because what a corrective experience looks like is different depending on your default pattern. So if your default is reactive, your nervous system learned to stay alert, to monitor, to reach when connection feels threatened, because sometimes that worked. A corrective experience for the reactive pattern might be noticing the urge to reach out for reassurance and waiting 20 minutes before acting on it. Not because the feeling of wanting reassurance is wrong. It's not. You were just giving your nervous system evidence that you can tolerate the discomfort without the relationship ending. And that is new data that your nervous system is going to respond to. You are reprogramming it to know that you are still okay and the relationship is still there. You're slowly replacing the old automatic alarm. So if your default is detached, your nervous system learned that emotional closeness is uncomfortable, that self-sufficiency is safer, that distance manages the intensity. A corrective experience for the detached pattern might be staying in an emotionally close conversation for 1 minute longer than feels comfortable. Not trying to fix anything, not trying to resolve anything, just staying. Your nervous system is going to expect you to pull back, but you don't. And that is new information that is retraining, and your nervous system is going to pick up on that. If your default is push-pull, your nervous system learned contradictory things about whether closeness is safe, so it developed a contradictory strategy. A corrective experience here might be noticing the urge to create distance, or the urge to pick a fight when things are going well, and just naming that out loud to yourself instead of acting on it. That's the change, just that. I notice I want to push right now. Just that small moment of observation instead of dropping into the automatic action. That's new territory for a nervous system regulated in the push-pull pattern. The key word across all of these is small. Your nervous system notices the slightest deviation from your usual pattern, its usual script. It's like it stops and asks, wait, what just happened? Are we okay? And when it realizes you're okay, it relaxes. It starts updating the old database. Now, don't worry, your brain is still going to sound the alarm over plenty of unnecessary things. It's built to protect you. So you'll have thousands of opportunities to practice this retraining. So I want to encourage you to not reach for this grand gesture or huge changes. That's only going to be disappointing, and it's going to slip into the "this isn't working" mindset. It's the small and repeated shifts that outweigh the big and overwhelming every single time, especially when it comes to nervous system changes. The nervous system updates through accumulation, through consistency, through enough small moments of new experiences that the old expectation starts to feel less certain than it used to. And regarding relationships specifically, sometimes the nervous system is already being offered new experiences of safety because someone is consistently showing up or consistently repairing after ruptures, consistently showing they are safe. So in those moments, the old pattern is being filtered out before it can even fully activate. The reticular activating system, our RAS, we talked about in the belief series, it's still running its old search terms. It's still looking for confirmation of the old "I am." Part of the work of corrective experience is learning to let the good data in, to notice when something genuinely safe is happening, and stay with it long enough for the nervous system to register it. That is its own practice, and the one I would like for you to try, hold on just a second. Excuse me. The one I would like for you to try and pay attention to this week. One relationship, one small moment, something slightly different than the automatic response. And that little shift, consider that forward movement. Your nervous system is making note. I guarantee it. It always does. And you are beginning to be deliberate about what information you give it to make note of. So just practice small shifts, pausing longer than you normally would, sitting in discomfort longer than you normally would, not asking for reassurance immediately, and all these small practices add up. All right, that is all for this one. I will see you in the next video. Until next time, I love you, take care of yourself, and as always, I'm sending you peace and light.